Wow, sorry, I am late. I had technical difficulties. No big surprise there, right? Um, Hello, it is Wednesday, over the hump day, and I'm going to just pop on quick tonight. I thought I would show you what. Hello, it is. Uh-oh. Wednesday, over the hump day. Sorry. So anyway, I thought I would show my progress on my treats for Jimmy, where he's at. I'm making 100 of them, and so yeah, I am been busy. My name is Terry Phelps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator living in Minnesota. And I wanted to share these little treat bags. So what I'm going to do is I'll go down to my desktop, and I don't always see comments. So if I don't respond, I will when I'm done, just so you know. Let's see. I'm discombobulated. I had technical difficulties, and I just kind of walked in the door. So I thought about not going live because I'm not really ready, but we're going to do it anyway, right? All right, so I'm going to go down to my desktop. So this is just a sampling of my little treat bags. They're super cute, and what I have is these little bunny Ghirardelli chocolates that I'm going to add to them. So they just go in like that. Super cute, and they're really easy. And kind of the process I went through this. So I originally thought I was going to, if you watched my live last week, I got this as a swap. And I kind of thought in the back of my mind, that's what I was going to use. Hi, Karen. How are you? I'm so glad you're able to watch. I was going to actually use this as my kind of my guide to do my treats. And so I decided, after looking at it, I thought, I would decorate it up with designer series paper. And I just always thought it's still going to look like a envelope. So I decided I had a whole bunch of designer series paper that is going to retire, and I haven't used a lot of it up, so I thought what better way than to use these papers. There's just bright and cheery, and it pretty much will do, it'll do the whole design for me. So I'm going to try. Do you hear an echo? I don't know if you guys do or not. I'm trying to, just a second here, sorry. There's always something. All right. And okay, maybe that's better now. All right, so in the process, I thought, all right, I'm going to make my envelope actually instead of using one pre-made. So this was the design I was kind of thinking. Actually, it was this one. And the difference being is my rabbit was in white cardstock. So that meant I would have to be coloring. And then I did Wink Estella too, because you got to have a little bling bling, right? So, hi, Jen. Oh, thank you. And so, when you're making a whole bunch of things, I try to make stuff as simple as I can for myself, right? So I thought, okay, I have to die cut I have to stamp it, die cut it, color it, Wink Estella it, and all that stuff. So in thinking about that, I decided to switch it up so that my bunny was going to be already a color, right? So I did this in, I can't even think of the name of it. I did this in colored cardstock, and I think it's crumb cake. And then I stamped it in pecan pie. And so then all I had to do was really color the ears and do the Wink of Stella. Well, so that stopped a couple steps. So I liked that idea. And then when I was starting to cut all these, I thought, oh my gosh, I have to make 100 of these. So why not cut the bunny die at the same time I'm cutting my egg, right? I thought that will save me from, instead of going through the die machine 100 times, or instead of 200 times, I'd only go through 100 times. Well, the hard thing about that was this is a clear stamp set. So it's got a rubber, it's not photopolymer, which is clear. And so it was very hard for me to line up my bunny. So I decided I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna have to cut the bear twice. So I ended up with this this way to do it. At least I didn't have to color the bunny too much except for the ears. So that's kind of how the process. So then when I also made these, I had left over, and I'm going to show you how I made this, because I don't use a die to do this. And so I actually had this extra piece of designer series paper, and I thought I'm going to add that to my design, because originally it was just like that. And so it actually worked out. So I added that to my design as well. So I'm going to get these out of the way. Oh no, guess who found me, you guys? I'm going to go take care of Leo, because you know what he's like. I'll be right back. Come on. Up. No, no, no. No, no, no. Come on, Cisco. Cisco. Okay, get up there. So sorry. I thought he'd be good tonight, but you know how it is. Sorry. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for sharing. How are you? All right, so this is how I did that. So I did not use a die machine, because I decided, I brought out my envelope punch board. Now, this is not a Stampin' Up! Product, but I just thought, you know, this will be my envelope, and I thought it would be a lot quicker. So if you've never used this, and a lot of people do have these in their stash, so maybe you do have one. It's very, very easy to do, but you can make all different sizes of envelopes. And what this is actually for, the size I'm using, is a 2 by 3.5 gift card. So what I did was I took my 6 by 6 designer's series paper, which this is a 6 by 6, and I took and cut it down to 5 inches by 5 inches. So to do this envelope on this machine, you just follow the guide, and it tells you the size of paper to cut, and then where the score line is, and where you put your edge of your paper. So I'm just going to do this real quick, and then you just line up your score line. Oh, it's hard in this light. And you punch, whoops, and you score, punch, score, punch, oops, and score. And then all you have to do is round your corners. And I was thinking about doing this as I was doing it. I thought, you know, you could probably do this quite simply, because if you take and measure, you know, your edge piece is 2 inches for one, and then if you had our Simply Score tool, we had at one time a diagonal plate. You could do that if you do have that product still. But I think you could actually do this quite easily on a cutting machine, but I didn't want to confuse anybody. So this is simply, once you do that, all I have to do is fold on my score lines. Virginia, this particular mat is We Are Memory Keepers. I think I got it at Michael's or Joann's like years ago. I know they still sell them. And so then I just simply, I'm a mad mess tonight, aren't I, guys? And then I just simply took the corners of each of my edges and all I do is fold it, and then to give contrast, I just took the top fold and folded it backwards. I'm just going to put a little tape in here that will hold that down. So then, as when I cut my papers, this is how I got this strip. You know, you cut one side and that leaves you with a 5-inch, and so then you cut the other side. And so this is perfect leftovers that I was able to just take and wrap around. And then I'm going to seal it, and it doesn't really matter because my egg is going to go right on top of this. So it doesn't have to be taped really, you know, specifically so that it's hiding, is what I'm saying, I guess. You can be a little sloppy doing your taping. And then I'm just putting dimensionals on my egg. Oh, and I didn't show you the stamp set and dies that I'm actually using. So I just pop those up on dimensionals. And then I had my bunny. And again, all I did was I stamped it in pecan pie, and this, and then I just took my my Stampin' Blends, and I used dark bubble bath, and I did his nose and his little ears, and that's all I had to do for coloring, because I did switch it up to colored cardstock. And then of course I did a Wink of Stella. Gotta have some bling. So I'm just putting that on the back with one dimensional. And look how cute. Super easy, right? I sat at a coffee shop today, and here's my little bunny. And then I did probably 80 of these so far, so I probably only have a good 20 left. But isn't that cute? And so I used up some designer series paper that is going to actually be going out of being discontinued. And it created my whole design for me. I mean, this is really just designer series paper. let me show you. This is the stamp set that I used. This is Excellent Eggs, and I just used a little bunny. And then my stamp sentiment on the eggs is "There's no bunny like you." And then I just use the dies that go with this, and it's also called Excellent Egg Dies. And then I'm using this egg. I thought about using the one that had the little designs cut in it, but I did, yeah, I don't know. I just went with what I had originally thought. I'm trying to work really hard on doing things easier, not harder, guys, because I have a great way of complicating things. So after I did all these, I remembered that Stampin' Up! Does have a die set. It's called mini pocket envelope dies. And so about 5 minutes before I came on, I made one. And so this is the same look, and I used the dies instead. And I'll show you how I made that. Super, super easy. The number of this, so this is a great die to have, because, you know, if you're giving gift cards or, you know, treats like this, I would definitely pick it up. It's in our online store. The number is 159167, and it's super cool. It's got a little, you know, labels, a couple of them. It's got a little bow maker. It's got some sentiment. You can put holes in it for ribbons. So it's really a nice die. So I would really consider that. And you can get that on our online store. So let me show you how quick that was to make. I literally just grabbed this before I came on. So I'm going to bring up my die machine here. Ooh. See if it can fit in here. All right, so and another thing I liked about this was it's just one die, at least how I made it. And you're just going to place it. Can you see that? I'm just going to place it through and run it through. Yes, Jen, we do have to have bling on everything. Ugh. And I was thinking, oh, I should add some, like, you know, little trinket, like embellishments and stuff. And then I thought, no, Terry, you have 100 of these to make. I got to reel myself in all the time, guys. Ugh, I swear. All right, so I cut this out, and this is my piece that I have left. So to make that little strip, if you choose to make it the same way as I made the other ones, I'm just going to take and I'm going to trim an inch. And so that's all using one piece of paper. Perfect, right? Get that out of the way. All right, so when you run this through this die, it actually is doing your, what do you call it? Your scoring lines as well. So all I have to do is do that. And then I'm going to use liquid glue for this. And I'm just going to add some liquid glue to the end. Oh, wow. I really got a lot going on there. Okay. Is everybody all busy for Easter? We have about 1,000 texts going back and forth with my family right now about, we always do everything last minute, A lot of families, they have their acts together, but, we don't. But that's just kind of how we roll. So I think we're going to try to go, I love this mat. All that glue just came right off. So there you have that. Well, I think we're all going to go to a brunch. Everybody's kind of tired of doing all the cooking, right? My little grandbabies, 2 of them, and their mamas are in Korea right now, and they get home on Saturday night, so I do not think that they will be wanting to do anything for Easter. It's going to be, they're going to be very tired, I think. Well, look at that. Now all I gotta do is do my stamping here on my egg. Let's see here. What did I do? Oh, duh. All right. I love this color. Oof, nummy, nummy, nummy. It is Orchid Oasis. All right. And since I have a bazillion of these, I'm just going to use what I have instead of having you guys have to watch me do it. You all know how to stamp. Let's see here. All right, so he just gets one little dimensional, and I'm just going to flip this over, put 3 down. Oh, sure. The name of the die set is the Mini Pocket Envelope Dies, and it's not in any catalog right now. This was a die we had a while back, but it's in our online store, right? So the number is 159167. So if you just if you already have a customer account, Jen, which I think you do, you would just go online actually, and you can just place it. It would help if I took the backs off. Oh my gosh. You can just place it online, go to or have Missy do that, whatever you would like. But look how fun, look how easy. So both ways, they just have a little different look, but essentially they're the same. Isn't that cute? I think they'll like it. I do kind of get sad because, you put the time and stuff into making some of these things, and, I am going to be giving them to people that have dementia, and they don't really, they're just going to rip it apart and do whatever. But, that's okay. It's, it's just something fun for them, and they appreciate, they love the chocolate and the candy, just like everybody, right? That doesn't ever go away. But you guys, look at this. I'm gonna go back down to my desk for a second. Oh my goodness. All right. So there's those. Here's B. This is what I got so far going on. It's so crazy. It's so fun. And this is how I do when I have to do something and get something done like this. Because of course I leave everything to the last minute, you know. I mean, you know. I have to get it ready that I have to take it to a coffee shop, because if I don't, I'm like squirrel, you know, I'll start doing something and I just totally don't get anything done. So I have to stamp, cut, pack everything so I can just go somewhere. I don't have any distractions except for people watching. But to get it done, otherwise it's just not going to happen. So I have probably about 30 more, 25 more to do, so I'll finish those up tonight. But you know, it's fun though. It's I enjoy it. So with that, I don't know. I have tons and tons of stuff. If it wasn't a hassle to take my camera down, I would show you. I have 2 huge boxes of new stuff. So, sometime, I know it's a holiday weekend, so what day is it today? Wednesday. I'm going to do a little box review so you can see a lot of the new products. So I will try to get that done in the next few days. And other than that, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can shop with me and you can find those products at terryphelps.stampinup.net, and you can just set up an account real easy. It's just nothing. It's just, you know, it's just very simple, and order anything you want. And don't forget about the online exclusives, you guys. There's all kinds of stuff that's in there that's not in the catalog, so you'll find some really cool things. And if you need to contact me at all, I'm at the sunshinestamper@gmail.com. And other than that, have a wonderful Easter. I can't believe it's Easter already. My gosh, this whole year is, it's almost April. It's like, wait. So with that, I hope you guys have a great holiday and take care. Happy Easter, everyone, and thanks for watching. Go ahead and share this if you think it's, you know, something someone you would like, and if not, I'll see you later. Take care. Love you guys.